Here is a pretty nicely labeled picture of the things that you really need to know about your iPad. We've got our head jack up here. If you look at the very top, you can see the iPad is facing you. Here's the screen. In the very top left corner, you can plug in a head jack for headphones. Then in the center of the black bar up here is a camera that you can use to take pictures or FaceTime or take video. And then if you look on the screen itself, there's a notification bar. So you can see the time, the date, how much battery is left in your iPad, and what your signal strength is on the Wi-Fi. Your display is multi-touch, which just means that you can use more than one finger to control it. You can use one finger. If you squeeze, like put two fingers on it and squeeze them together, things get small. Spread them apart, things get big. I'll show you that in a second. Then also on the bottom of your iPad, you have speakers that produce the sound if you're playing a video or something. And in the center, there is a home button. And so no matter what app you're in, if you push the home button, it will get you back to that home screen. Or you use the home button for things like guided access. When you triple click, if you've watched the guided access video, you'll know what that is. But that's your home button. If you flip your iPad over, there's a camera on the back. And right next to it, there should be like a little tiny dot. That's a rear microphone. Right above the camera, kind of on the top edge, is your power button or your sleep wake button. You push it, it puts it to sleep. You push it, it turns it on. And then it's useful if you're doing a hard reset on your iPad. On that same side, just down from the camera, there's volume buttons, volume up, volume down. My iPad does not have this nano SIM tray. Yours might, if it's older or newer, I'm not sure which one that goes for. And then directly at the bottom in the center is where you plug it in to charge it with your lightning connector. Also, I want to point out that right here, where it says iPad on the back of your device, in teeny tiny little letters underneath that, if you get out a magnifying glass, your serial number is there, just in case your iPad is dead or won't turn on and somebody's asking you for the serial number. You have it right there printed on the iPad. Really useful. All right. So here is my actual iPad, and I just wanted to show you, I can turn it on by pushing the home key, and then it'll say push the home key to open. I can also turn it on by pushing the power button at the top. There it's called a sleep wake button, so I can just push that power button at the top and it'll turn on, and then I have to push the home key to open it. Then I can use my volume up, volume down buttons to adjust the volume, and you'll see that on the screen. There's a little picture there of the volume going up and down. Right there in the notification bar up top. So once I have it on and I can see my home screen, this is the home screen. If you push the home button, even if you've scrolled through the other apps, every time you push the home button, it goes right back to your home screen. And most of the time on your home screen, you have things like your settings, your camera. You can look at the photos that are already on your iPad. So that's the home screen. So when I go into my lamp app, I push lamp, or I might have to scroll through to see the other apps to find the lamp app. It changes to my lamp app. And so when I'm in my lamp app, if I'm using the words, if I can't hear the words, I might want to check my volume, which is up there on the side or at the top, depending on how you have your iPad facing. So if I want to get out of the lamp app, I push the home key and it goes right back to my home screen. Just so you can see how those buttons and features work when you're looking at the actual iPad. I did want to show you a couple of things in the settings. So you should, on your home screen, if you don't know if you're on the home screen, push the home button, you'll be there. You'll have a gear that says settings, and you're going to tap it open. So these are the settings on your iPad. And so on the left-hand column, you'll see there is a general settings. And then on the right-hand column, at the very top it says about. If you tap about, then you have the information about your iPad. And the most important thing for you to know about is that your serial number is there. You don't have to get a magnifying glass out to see it on the back. You can look it up in the settings, serial number. And then that's really the one thing that you'll look at in the general settings. If you go back over to that left-hand column, you'll see that you have Wi-Fi settings. And so that's where you can change the Wi-Fi settings when you're on the district network. It will be the FWISD MDN Wi-Fi or just the FWISD FWISD Wi-Fi. Then you also have Bluetooth settings, so you can turn those on or off and it will search for Bluetooth devices. You can access Bluetooth headphones for the students if you have those, but you always have access to that headphone jack at the top next to the power button, or on the opposite end of the top from the power button, where you can just plug in earbuds or headphones. You can change the display settings to adjust your brightness levels. The more dim it is, the longer your battery will last. The brightness has a lot of effect on your battery. So if you don't need it super bright, or your students don't need it bright, you can turn that brightness down and save on the battery. The other thing is in the settings on that left-hand side, under display and brightness, if you go down to, you'll see accessibility. And in the accessibility features, if you scroll all the way to the bottom on the right-hand side, you will find the guided access there. That's a really important one in the settings. We use the guided access to lock the students into a certain app. There's other accessibility features on your iPad if you're interested in them. You can Google some of those or go to the Apple support website and learn about things like VoiceOver, which reads the screen to the students. That's typically for people with visual impairments, and you can adjust other things in there. So there's lots of great accessibility features built into the iPads for our students with disabilities. If you need more information about those, you can contact our assistive technology team, or you can simply go to the Apple support website and search for those things and get more information. Thank you so much.